Welcome back. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an email campaign. We're going to pick up right where we left off in the previous video. To start, click on Email Campaigns and click on Create an Email Campaign. Come up with an email campaign name, and I personally use my name, a list name, or where the leads had come from. You can use keywords, catchy phrases, whatever it is you need to put on here in order to remember and track your email campaigns. Now, I like to put the date on there as well, and if it's an AM drop or a morning drop, I'll put AM. If it's evening, I'll put PM. So in this case, we'll go ahead and use the morning drop. Keep this particular setting as HTML and text, and under Email Template to start, we'll go ahead and select No Template. Click the Next button. Now, for those of you that have used other ESPs or autoresponders, this should be familiar territory for you. It's set up just like any of the other ESPs where you come up with a catchy subject line. Do use the tools for effective subject lines, and they measure a couple things. Number one, we have a tool that detects how many types of emotional triggers you have inside of the subject line to encourage them to open and be catchy, as well as tools that detect any spammy keywords on there which would prevent you from inboxing. All right, so for the purposes of this video, we'll just go ahead and come up with a subject line on here. Can't wait for our next travel adventure. Where are we flying to next month? This is where you're going to put your email copy, highlight everything. And the only items here that you'll definitely need to take note of are the first two lines, okay? The first two lines, and basically you're going to replace that with whatever email copy you have in the box just above it. We're going to scroll all the way down, and we're going to keep the information on here the same, okay? Now, for the preview your email campaign, I'll take a minute or two here just to explain a couple of things. Number one, the preview your email campaign feature has been disabled for this particular channel. Like I mentioned in the previous video, Login for Email is a high volume mailing platform, okay? And the test email feature that you guys see on ESPs and autoresponders, those are sitting on a transactional queue or transactional IPs. Think of them as two different highways or lanes. You have transactional and then you have high volume. Two different sets, right? So preview your email campaign has been disabled, at least for this channel, right? And go ahead and click on Save and Exit once you're done coming up with your email campaign. Once you've hit that save button, it's going to take you here to viewing your email campaigns, and it's sorted by the number of campaigns you have set up, and you can sort the information depending on what you want to view first, right? By using these green arrows. You can now arrange them alphabetical. I personally like to use them or sort them by the date that they were created. That way I can see the most recent one at the top. You're going to see your campaign names on here. You're going to see the subject lines, the date it was created, and when it was sent. Your name should appear here under the owner section. All right? Some of these links here on the right-hand side, I'll take a second or two to view each and every one of them. If you click on View, it'll actually show you what your mail would look like in the HTML format, as well as the text preview. That way you can make sure the email appears the way you had wanted it to, or maybe you had forgotten to make some of those last-minute edits and revisions. That's where you can catch it. And here, under Edit, is where you can go ahead and make those changes. All right? So you can edit an email campaign name, and as you move forward, it'll allow you to edit the subject line and the email body. And then you're going to click Save and Exit if there's any revisions, or if you don't have to make any changes after clicking the Edit button. Let's fast forward maybe 2-3 months down the line, and you find that this campaign had performed very effectively because you've taken some great notes and have been organized to the best of your ability, right? If you knew this campaign worked well for you before and you want to resend it, all you have to do is click on copy, and that will allow you to copy the campaign and send it out at a later date. Okay? If you go ahead and click the box here on the left-hand side and click on delete, it will take away and delete that particular campaign. All right? Now in the next video, we'll actually send this campaign out. If you have any questions that aren't covered in this video, take the time to engage some of the other affiliates and folks inside of the exclusive Facebook group, Skype rooms. Just make sure you are in the relevant room, right? Or you can also send a support ticket at cgwhelpdesk.com. Last but not the least, you guys can also direct and engage us live in Clicks Gone Wild support as well as training. Schedules will be updated accordingly, but in the meantime, Clicks Gone Wild 1.0 users have access to one live support session, one live training session, and that's Monday and Wednesdays. And Clicks Gone Wild 2.0 users have access to support Monday through Thursday, as well as training Wednesday through Friday. We may have sessions on Friday for support, and that's for any additional or supplementary training, accountability, reporting for the Clicks Gone Wild 2.0 users. All right, now I'll see you on the next video, and let's send this campaign.